Hey, it's me, everybody, again, that garden guy. I'm back. Yeah, and so, this time I thought maybe we'd talk a little bit about my dog pen area. And so we kind of call it the paddock. And it's got some pebbles in it. It's fenced in. It's kind of right off the house. And yeah, there's Lily. This is kind of her space where she hangs. And we can shut it off. We actually had to put this paddock in because she was barking at the neighbors. Cops came. We had to pay $186 for disturbing the peace, all of that. And so we had to have a pen that had to get created so that we could keep her away from barking at my neighbors. Anyway, yeah, so this is her pen. I kind of like how, I put this big Leyland cypress, I think that's what it's called, but I'm not really sure, tree in, and it provides a lot of shade when it's sunny out. But I do want to feature and talk a little bit about this evergreen here. And so against the house, maybe 3 years ago, I put this evergreen in, and I think it's fantastic. It's one of those really sculptural evergreens that you see like down in Delaware, if you're ever on the Delaware coast. So I wanted to have some of that in my property too. So I put these in about maybe 8 years ago, 9 years ago, something like that. And then this is a really good sign that it's happy. When it has these long, thin sort of extensions, that means it's growing rapidly, it's really happy, and this one is doing that on all of its big branches. So that's fantastic. But at the same time I put that in, I put in another group sort of over against the fence in my property, and they got boxed out. Too much. The other things grew too much. They didn't get enough light. Evergreens like a lot of light. So last fall, I moved them here in a more of a sunny place. And so I've got this tallish one on this side of my paddock fence. And then this guy over here, say hello, Lily, is right here. And there, it takes a little time. You got to water them heavily. I put these here last fall, so they've not been here a year yet. But I am starting to get that nice, long, little, we're happy, actually, here, growth on these. So that's pretty cool. So they're going to make it, and they're going to get sculptural, and they'll fill this space really nicely, and I'm looking forward to that. And then I also have this one here, too, against the fence that isn't quite taken off that way. I mean, this is kind of good green growth, but I don't have that long kind of takeoff shoot, except for right there. There's one. So it's doing fine too. And then these little ball things, I think that's kind of the reproductive situation it has going on. So I think this one is happy. It's just going to take longer for it to do its thing, get bigger and kind of grow and be sculptural and all of that here. But last time I was talking about my fig tree and some of the fig action that I've got going on here. The new growth. See all those figs, all those little bally thingies? Are figs that'll be edible come the end of summertime. And I moved this fig tree from one part of my yard, cut that in half because it was a beast, and I put it in here because a really good friend of mine who's a landscape architect said they like stone and not organic soil, they like to be starved and like a lot of sun near the house. So I moved this one up here and it's doing okay, and I've got all these new shoots of fig tree coming up. So I think that's been a success. I'm happy about that because I like fig action, and I'm already thinking about all the fig jam I might make and eat, and what else can you do with figs. So yeah, that's the story for this round of That Garden Guy. Yeah, the dog pen. It can also be an area for plants and beautiful things. All right, talk to you later, people. Thanks.